Who's your favorite rider?
Ryan Dungey for sure.
That goes for both of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had a chance to talk to Ryan, what would be the one question you would ask him?
Will you date me?
Will you date me? So if you had the chance to ask Chad Reed, since he is your favorite, one question, what would that one question be?
What would be the best thing to work on for a new rider?
So if you had one question to ask Chad Reed, though, what would that question be?
I'd want to ask him how he got started out in motocross.
If he could take you out, where would he take you?
I guess to a movie to start, something low key.
Maybe like a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe no. You got to do the scary movie, horror movie, because that way, oh my god, something like that. How about you? Do you have a favorite date spot you'd go?
Probably out to dinner or something like that.
Out to dinner, all right. He's buying or you're buying? Is that a rule?
Yeah, he's buying.
He's buying for sure. That's a rule, guys, okay? Get it together. So if you had a chance to talk to Ryan Dungey, person face to face, what would you ask him? What's the one question?
I'd want to know what his first bike was.
His first bike, that's a good question. So how about you? What would you ask Dungey?
How you get through corners tapped on the rev limiter, I have no idea. I didn't think it could be done. It's pretty incredible.
Okay, well, if you had one question to ask Ryan Dungey, what would you ask him?
How long have you been riding your dirt bike for?
If you had one question to ask Chad, what would it be?
What would it be? What was it like coming from Australia to America? What I would want to know.
That's a great question. So if you could ask Ryan Dungey one question, what would that one question be? Think about it. I'll come back to you. How about you? If you had to ask Hill one question, what would it be?
Where do you live?
What's that?
Where do you live?
Where do you live? That's an easy one. I'm going to ask the boys next week. Justin Barsha, what would you ask him if you had the chance?
How are you so good outdoors?
If you had a chance to talk to Ryan Villapoto, what would you ask him?
I wouldn't ask him anything. I would just tell him how great I think he is and to keep up the good work.
How about you, sweetheart?
I'd probably sign my hat.
Sign my hat. I like that one. What one question would you ask him if you had the chance?
If I could go riding with him any day.
So if you had one question you could ask Ryan Villapoto face to face, what would that be?
I actually don't know.
If you could ask Chad Reed one question, what would it be, hun?
How did he become such a good biker?
That's a good one. Okay, how about you?
How do you lose the fear?
I need to know that one. That's my problem is fear. How about you?
What kind of truck does he drive?
Would you like riding in sandy or muddy conditions better?
If you had the chance to ask Chad Reed or even the GOAT, Ricky Carmichael, one question, what would it be?
Would you make a television show?
Would you make a TV show? You mean like Bubba's World's coming out? You want one of those two to have one, huh? What would you ask? And who would you ask it to?
Chad Reed.
Chad Reed, okay.
I'd ask what his favorite part is on the track.
I honestly don't know.
You don't know. If you had one question to ask Ryan Villapoto, what would it be?
How did he make it this far? Like, what was his motivation? Like, what took him? What was his motivation, I guess?
Okay. Why was he so passionate about it? What drove him, right?
Yeah.
Drove him to be so damn good. How about you?
Could I have his bike?
I like that one. That's a good one. That's aggressive, but I like it. What would you ask Chad Reed if you could?
If I could go to his house.
How about you? What would you ask Ryan Dungey or Ryan Villapoto? You could pick.
I guess I just ask, and you could ask anybody, like, what it's like having everyone watch you and, like, the pressure and everything.
Who's your favorite rider?
Chad Reed.
Chad Reed. Okay, so if you had one question to ask him, face to face, what would it be?
To kiss me on the cheek.
Kiss on the cheek. He is a cutie.